Images like this that try to capture some of the horrors African captives went through on their arduous journey to the Americas are really important. But one thing I really struggle with is that alone, without other images of Africa at the same time, these images sort of create or perpetuate this belief that Africans at the time were naked, squatting in mud huts, uncivilized, starving. And this belief is one that the most prominent European human traffickers wanted to perpetuate. Why? Because indeed, if Africans at the time really were savage or less civilized or living in an animalistic state, the way that the legacy English slave trader William Snelgrave reported in his widely publicized narratives, then you don't feel so bad about enslaving them. In fact, Snelgrave used to pat himself on the back for saving Africans from Africa and bringing them to a civilized, colonized Christian space where they could live earnest, hardworking lives. Disgusting, right? So we gotta talk about early modern African urbanism. These images I'm about to show you come from this book, written by an urban African historian, Richard Hull, who worked at NYU prior to his death. Now, it was published back in the 70s, like the 1970s, so there's really no reason for these images of early African cities and architecture to not be part of our collective frames of reference. What I'm about to show you are places in Africa that existed at the same time as the slave trade. And apologies if they're kind of a hot mess. I just took photos of the book quickly to get them up on the screen. But if you see something that you like, thumbs up or comment if you want to learn more, and we can get into some of these places and talk about what African cities were like in the 1600s, 1700s, and 1800s. It's so important that our understanding of Africa and of Blackness moves beyond only enslavement, which is really more of a white history thing if we're going to be brutally honest here, and encompasses a fuller story.